Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Italian Grand Kitchen Tour, the place where I take you to visit Sicily with me through my paintings. Today I want to take you to Sicily, and this is the first drawing that I've done once I arrived in Sicily, and this guy is Florio. He was exactly in the square just by my hotel. In November when I arrived, I didn't know yet much about the Florio family, but fortunately what happened, and I show you, is I received this book for Christmas by my friend Roberta, and this is the saga of the Florio. This is the first book, and it's called The Lions of Sicily, the Stefania Auci. I don't know if it's available in English, but it will be, I hope, because it's a very interesting story, and it's the story of this family that here in Sicily is very famous. Being from the north, I didn't hear from it because it's something very eradicated here, but it's a family that really changed completely the industry here in Sicily. The first Florio was Paolo Florio, that came from Calabria. After a earthquake, he moved to Palermo, where he had a shop, and he discovered the shop that was supposed to be successful was badly managed. And so he and his brother started to build again this shop and getting better. It was like a pharmacy between pharmacy, spices, and imported goods from the colonies. You have to know that at the beginning of the 1800s, Sicily was not as rich as before, but it was still a central part of the Mediterranean. So many ships were coming and arriving here to be moved on to other sides of Italy and of Europe. So it was a period that was rich, but everything was changing because industry was starting after the Industrial Revolution. What happened in Sicily is that there were a lot of nobles and aristocracy that couldn't deal with the news. They were not used to working, they were just used to spending, and their money was coming mainly from agricultural things. And so they were not able to adapt to this new situation. Also because Sicily was separated from Europe in a way. So there was this detachment, and in Sicily it became very hard to make business. There were only a few families that really managed to change and take on the new revolutionary ideas from the Northern Europe. And the Florio were one of this family. As I said, they were very hard workers, and they built from that shop. They started build more and more enterprises, and they were always very focused on quality. And they started building, and they built. They started becoming richer, and they started having their own ships that were traveling, and they founded one company of ships that was after also traveling to the United States. They became bankers. They founded a winery here nearby in Marsala, where that is still one of the best wineries for the Marsala wine. And they bought 2 islands just beside here in Trapani, and they built the industries for the tuna fishing and the tuna conservation. They are the ones that invented the tuna with oil, conserved with oil. So they were a very big family, and their dynasty arrived until the Second World War mainly. After there were some more daughters from the family, but being women, they were not following the business. So at the end, the business was lost, and the last heir was Julia, that died in 1989. So now there is nobody else from the family anymore. And it's a very interesting story. I love when you travel that you discover these stories that somehow it's just really easy to reach them once you're on the place, but if you stay at home you will never get to know them in a way. And so it was very, very interesting because it gave me a very good insight also through the book. It gave me a really good insight on how the society in Sicily was, and it gave a lot of information. And also, in a way, it explains also why some changes have not happened here in Sicily compared to the rest of the rest of Italy. And coming from a town that was Austrian until 100 years ago, and I really feel the difference in the way of thinking. It's really strange because we are supposed to be Italian, but you really realize that the nation name doesn't really mean much, and you can go to focus really on the small township that probably is the best description, but at the same time you realize that there are so many things in common that it's just global thinking. And it's very interesting to discover this and to open your eyes to this kind of discoveries. So today I hope you enjoyed this short story of the Florio family. Thank you very much for following me during the Italian Grand Sketching Tour, and I see you tomorrow with more stories from Italy. Enjoy your day. Bye!